So oftentimes when we set out to be the best version of ourselves, we often have big hopes and big dreams about the future. But as we embark on this journey, we may come across certain obstacles and certain barriers that may not only stop our potential, but also cause us harm in the long run. In this video, we'll be exploring the unanticipated pitfalls and the risk of self-improvement. This includes becoming your own worst critic, damaging your relationships in the long run, and a variety of other things that I'll get to. But more importantly, I'm going to be offering you guys some tips and some guidance just so you guys can avoid these as best as possible and really maximize your potential when it comes to the self-improvement journey. So let's get right to it and break down the dark side of self-improvement. So the first major pitfall you're going to run across is FOMO, aka fear of missing out. This is a normal but natural feeling when it comes to self-improving. As you continue to grow, things are naturally cut out of your life. From partying every day, to just mooking around the city with your boys and playing video games, to even just smoking weed and drinking all the time. All these things are going to be naturally cut out because you're going to be so focused on getting the job done. You're not going to have as much free time as you once did. When you really focus on your self-improvement, you're going to have an opportunity cost. It's going to be, hey, I can spend the next 5 hours just working on my own self and getting myself leveled up, or I can spend it focused on my pleasures. When you start to cut out these things that are bad for you or not necessarily productive, your subconscious is going to want to get back what it lost. A lot of times when we lose things, whether it's losing weight, losing a girlfriend, whatever it may be, the subconscious has a natural reaction to want to get that thing back into our lives. Same thing when it comes to self-improving. Keep it a buck with you. If 99% of people are telling you the truth about self-improvement, they'll tell you that they have moments of FOMO. This is usually how it happens. It'll be like a Friday night, Saturday night, and you'll go on social media. You'll see everyone out partying, drinking, having a good time. You'll hear about it from your friends. You'll even be working. You'll hear it casually through the grapevines. This naturally takes a toll on anybody. The good news, however, is this. No good deed goes undone. You're going to be building up compound interest, as my boy Cameron would say, that's going to elevate you and separate you from the pack. Trust me, I've been on self-improvement for 5+ years doing this shit heavy. When I was first hitting the gym, nobody was hitting the gym. When I was in college, all my friends had dropped out. When I was grinding in sales last year, all my boys were just having regular jobs, partying all the time, smoking weed and drinking. Their rewards for their efforts was a good night of drinking, a few
damn, she bad.
A few of those, and they also get to have more memories of partying with their friends, which none of those things are wrong. Don't get it twisted. All those are necessarily and all part of life. I think there's definitely a balance, which most people will say no, there's not a balance, but there is. You should be able to go out with your friends for a night every month or every, whenever you want to do it, as long as it's a balance. Not fucking every night you're out there just fucking moving around, bobbing, weaving the club. There is a balance to actually be able to go out while grinding at the same time. Don't let the grind stop you from having a good life, but also don't let a good life stop you from getting on your grind. A few remedies to FOMO that I personally have used is just practicing being grateful. When you're eating some food, you're in your car listening to music, just be grateful that you're living in such a world where this is possible. Imagine having to drive to work with just straight no music, nothing going on. You gotta just practice being grateful for what you got in the moment. You'll get your blessing, you'll get your reward, but you have to stay down and sacrifice. So the second biggest pitfall you're probably gonna run across is relationships being limited. You're gonna be misunderstood by your family, your friends. They're gonna say, why is this guy going so hard? Why can't he just sacrifice time to, just chill out and, just watch the game and just chill and not do anything? They're never gonna understand your vision. So it's best that you just get used to that and realize that it's lonely at the top for a reason. You can express your vision. Some may get it, some may won't. Once you realize that the opinions of others does not determine your fate, you'll be much better off in this game. If me and you were to die tomorrow, God forbid, ultimately life would move on without us. People will still go to work, people will still eat out, people will still go to partying. Nothing really wouldn't impact us if we were to die today. And that's okay. And you need to move like that's okay. Because another day is this, you can't be living for anybody else. Self-improvement is a lifestyle, it's not a challenge. It's not an overnight process. It's going to be years in the making of you sacrificing and you putting in tremendous amounts of work. Once you understand that, you're not going to be so pressed about making everything happen so quickly. You should be having some urgency in your speed, but you shouldn't be moving with some desperation in your speed. Unless you're terminally ill, God forbid, you have plenty of time to make your dreams become a thing. It really takes one single event to change it all for you. And on top of that, if you're really about this self-improvement shit, you're never done. One thing I want you to keep in mind, especially you younger folks, sometimes relationships come and go throughout life. Personalities are not stagnant. We all change, we all grow. And if for some reason you guys stop being friends because you can't spend as much time doing whatever they wanted you to do, maybe it's for the best. And so the last major pitfall of the day is becoming your own worst critic. Especially when we take on our first new endeavor, we start off with some unrealistic expectations of what the process should look like. We'd be thinking like, oh, if we spend 1 hour in the gym every day for the next 2 weeks, we'll look like fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's not how it fucking works. And this can really become unhealthy and really cause you guys to just burn out. A lot of times when we're grinding, we have a set expectation short term that dictates the whole entire process. You should be having long-term goals and short-term goals so that way you can balance the two out. Not everything will come overnight, but take beauty in the fact that you're getting better and better each day. I got 2 remedies here for you guys. First major remedy is to focus on progress, not perfection. When you play an RPG like Final Fantasy or any sort of Square Enix game, you can only level your character up to 99. You're 1 point away from getting to level 100. And that just goes to show you that you're never going to be perfect in this game. If we're being honest, when it comes to overall self-improvement, most people are like a level 30 or below. Most people don't get past that level. Once high school ends, a lot of people stop trying. A lot of people stop working on themselves, becoming more fit, becoming smarter. Most people think that they're done at that point. Oh, I got a college degree now. I made it. I have a college degree. And as soon as I got my college degree, I was like, what's next? And you kind of have to have that mentality when you're in the self-improvement game. You don't want to be sitting there like some of these dudes do, posting 5 years later, your huddle highlights. You've had no motion in the past 5 years and you're over here posting huddle highlights from high school. Get the fuck out of here. In my previous video, I mentioned, you guys have to increase your self-talk this year. A lot of guys that I see, they fumble one bad chick and they be like, oh my God, I'll never find a girl again. Let me chase her. Just take pride in knowing that you had enough heart and enough courage to do something that's this daunting, you know? This shit is not easy. And anyone who makes it sound like it's very easy to do, they're wrong. It becomes easier over time. Like when I first started self-improving, when I first started hitting the gym, first started, going to college and doing all these things that would make me better over time. At first, it was like, wow, this fucking sucks. Having to work full time and go to school full time is horrible. Once you progress enough, it starts feeling like you're a cheat code in the game. Right now, I feel like I'm a cheat code. I feel like right now, with everything that I know, I'm really up next. And I really do feel like that. I look at my competitors and my peers, I can't relate to these dudes. The journey of self-improvement can be very challenging and come with a lot of unexpected obstacles that we may not see at first. But despite all the setbacks that come with it, and all the bullshit that can come with self-improving, what else is there to do? Why not surpass all your goals? Why not reach all your dreams? Why not create a legacy for yourself? Even if it's a local thing, where people in your family and your friends know you as someone who's tried. Why not do these things? What else is there to fucking do? Sit around and complain and cry that you're never going to be this person? Or are you going to take responsibility for everything that happens in your life moving forward? Are you going to get your dream car? Are you going to get the girl that you ever wanted? Are you going to make friends that you have long-lasting relationships with? Are you going to become someone who's respectable when he walks in the room? Are you going to do these things, or are you going to sit around and say, oh, what if? Whenever you feel like you're falling back or you're missing out or your relationships are going downhill, replay this motherfucking video and remember why you do what you do. With that said, my name is KJ the Black Ace. Make sure you guys click subscribe. I'm always posting fire on here weekly. On top of that, follow me on social media. I post a ton of self-improvement content daily. With that said, make sure you guys holla back. The next video I'm about to post is going to be fire. Thank you for watching. Peace.